Hi, everyone. Oh my God, it feels so good to do this. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren, and here on my channel, we're gonna figure out what we're doing this year because I am trying to regroup and rebrand and everything in between. So, hi, it's been so long. Right now we are in natural lighting, so hopefully next time lighting will be better. I just didn't have much to work with for today. So we are going to be catching up first and foremost. We have to do that. And then we are going to be going over a new budget for myself. So let's go ahead and recap and get into it. So, I don't even know what the last thing that y'all know is, but let's go over 2023. So 2023, I left a toxic relationship, then got into a new relationship with my best friend, been best friends with him for a long time. And unfortunately, in December, like literally a couple days before New Year's, things kind of shifted and the romantic part of the friendship is no longer there. Not that it's like completely off the table, but it's just long story and too many details to get into. But just know that I lost my man in that sense. Anyway, we're still very good friends. As y'all also know, hopefully, if you remember, or hopefully I even mentioned this because I may not have, him and I did also get a car together. And that was something that we always planned to do, even as friends. So we did that, honestly, before anything turned into romantic. We just happened to get the car itself when things started to shift, okay? But anyways, that's that. But also back in like October, November, December, January, that time frame, I was also trying to move up in my company, and it felt like every like promotion that was getting sent my way just wasn't working out. So I was, after December, because that was the issue that was going on with my man, and definitely was very heartbroken I still am, it was very hard to get through, I guess you could say, that first few months. But especially in January, when I was given another opportunity to apply to something in hopes for a promotion, it still didn't go my way. So at that point, I was like, look, I'm done. I've tried and tried and tried for so long, and it's just not going my way. Maybe it's not meant for me. So I was like, I'm done. But then came March, and it was more end of February, March. I was given an opportunity to do this again, and I actually got it. So my whole position that I was promoted to started March 9th. I literally interviewed one day. I don't remember the exact day. I want to say it was March 5th, somewhere around there, was when I interviewed. And then literally the same day, like 30 minutes after the interview, they called me back and was like, hey, how would you like to do this? And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And funny story, that some of my coworkers, who are literally some of my best friends, they were all in the room with me when I got the call. So we were all like crying and laughing and everything together. So it was just such an incredible moment that I got to experience with my friends. But this promotion did require me to relocate. So as most of y'all know, if you've been here with me for a while, I was in Houston, and now I am in Waco, Texas. It's about a 3-hour difference, so it's definitely a move. And but this is where we're at. And the plan was definitely not for me to come here by myself, but that is what ended up happening, just due to the romantic situation that took place. So today, we are going to somewhat make a budget layout. I don't know how successful we are going to be, because I've only been in my new house for a month. So I don't have a lot of numbers to go off of, but I know what I'm getting paid, and I can kind of work off of that. Now, also, when you guys see how much I pay for the car, please leave your opinions and your judgments out of here because it's a number that neither him or myself are proud of. So I just, we're trying to get it refinanced, but we wanted to wait a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead. I don't even want to know. I don't think I'm not even gonna include it, but just know, okay, I'm not gonna put my business out there. Just know that it's a ridiculously high amount, and I want to refinance it. That's the best that I got for you. Okay, so in a month span, now this is just a rough estimate. I make about $4,000 a month now. Before, I think I was making about $2,700, so almost doubled what I was making, which is awesome. So let's just go over some of the bills that I have. And like I said, these are rough estimate numbers because I don't know exactly what I'm going to be spending or how much everything's going to be month to month. But this is what I've seen thus far after only paying 1 month of these things. So starting with rent, I know what my rent is. It doesn't change. It is always $1,800. I am in a 3-bedroom house. I don't have any roommates. I really should think about getting some, but this is a new area for me, so I'm not too comfortable with it. But I can live with this. Like, I still make money out of this. Not as much as I would like, but if I definitely could get some roommates, that would ease a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna skip car. I'm not comfortable sharing that amount with everyone. Like I said, I'm uncomfortable with it, and I know y'all would be as well. So I'm just gonna let that's in my head, and we'll leave that as is. When we actually get back into like cash stuffing and things like that, I'll put it out there, but not right now. Not right now. Okay, so Wi-Fi. Like I said, rough estimate, it's about 65. I know it's less than that. I really want to say it's like 57, 58, but let's call it 65 just to make numbers easy. What was I? Oh, water is next. I've only paid it once, and I don't truthfully know how accurate this is because this included some startup fees, but my first bill from them was about $140. So I'm gonna round it to $150 because I truthfully don't know with that one, really don't know. My electric, this one varies quite a bit. I know my first month I paid like 73, and then this past month I only paid 61. So I don't, it's gonna vary. So I'm just gonna say a 70, and then we'll kind of figure it out from there. And then groceries, I know that I'm not gonna spend this much, but because it's just me, I'm giving myself 200. I honestly will probably only use 100 or 150. It really depends on where I shop, but I mean, me by myself, I'm not gonna spend 200. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't think it would be anywhere near that personally. Now gas, I'm gonna be saving so much on gas, but I'm gonna give myself 60. And I say that because what I was working, or what I was traveling when I was just an hourly associate, I was traveling about an hour to get to work, making much less than I do now. Now I am salaried and almost double what I was making. Unfortunately, there's more bills with it, but now where I'm located at now versus what I was driving an hour as non-salaried, and now as a salaried, oh my goodness, what is the word I'm looking for? Salaried associate. I'm only traveling about 10 minutes versus an hour. So I'm saving a lot on gas. So these two I'm really not too worried about as far as like what we're gonna do. I think that that's enough. Now, the only reason why I also gave myself 60 is because I do still travel to Houston to go see my friends and stuff like that, and my family. But other than that, like, that's where we're at. Now, As far as cash stuffing, I'm not going to get back into that just yet because, like I said, I'm still, like, this is a rough estimate, but this is not for sure what I'm making every single month because I'm also going to be getting bonuses. And I just did get a bonus with this last paycheck. So it's still a little bit more, but I got to figure out where I need to put it. Now, I also have credit card debt, but that is just extras from the rest of them. And it's not really necessarily a set amount each time. I do have a minimum, of course, but they vary each month because it really, I pay off what I'm able to pay. So typically it is more than the minimum, but sometimes it is only the minimum. So, but that is just kind of the general breakdown of my paycheck for the month. This is for the month. So we're gonna backtrack later on and revisit these numbers once I can start cash stuffing. The reason I'm not starting to cash stuff right now is just because all of my bills are digital. So everything that I do it's already on auto pay or whatever the case is. So I'm thinking about going back to doing play money cash stuffing, but just so that way I know my money is where it needs to be. And then we'll also get into savings that way. But my plan with savings and paying off debt is at the end of every month, then taking what's left over or what I didn't spend from these, whatever, then using that towards savings or debt. So that's where we're at. Hopefully this was a good comeback video. I don't know how successful I have been in it. And like I said, there's some information that's still so sensitive to me. And just, I've been through a lot in the last few months. From the move to the heartbreak to holidays and trying to figure everything out. It's been a lot. And I really want to get back to building a consistent trend, I guess, with this, because I was never doing better financially than when I was doing this. So I want to get back to that and actually look and see what am I spending money on to where I feel like I have nothing now. Because truthfully, I feel like I have no money now. And I make so much more than I was. So that's what's crazy to me. But like I said, I'm going to revisit all of these numbers when we kind of paid a few more months of this. And cash stuffing, we're going to kind of wait on until I get some play money in. I know I have some, but I think I left it at my dad's house. So, but yeah, if you guys have questions or want me to dig into anything a little bit more, like as far as my personal life, like what does my promotion look like? What is, how is the new area for me? What was the, how much am I willing to go into detail about everything that happened with my relationship? I'm more than happy to answer those questions to the best of my ability. But again, there is some sensitive information with those things that I don't personally want to put out there. But I am more than happy to answer any questions you guys have to the extent of which I'm willing to answer, if that makes sense. But now as far as Etsy, let's get into that. My Etsy is still up and live and everything should be, for the most part, in stock. I do have a few binders, and unfortunately I don't have them here in Waco with me. They're in Houston. I'm keeping my business in Houston just because it's easier that way. I don't have to change addresses or anything like that. It's just easier. But like I said, I do travel to Houston very often, at least once a week on one of my off days from work. So that's that. But Etsy has a few new things to it. I added some new binder options to my travel binder bundle. There's some new binder options. I also have a separate listing for some cute holographic heart binders. Those are also available in my shop. And the very first binder bundle set that I ever listed on my Etsy is now going to be going on clearance. I'm thinking about kind of I don't want to say rebranding, but just revisiting it and redoing things, making it look a little better and something just new to my style since I've grown the last 2 years since I started Etsy. So that's where we're at with that. But those are on clearance. We have new binders and new binder options. And we're going to have a lot of sales going on throughout the year. But yeah, that's all that I really have for today. Like I said, I hope that this was an okay comeback video. And I know the lighting is kind of and hopefully the echo is not so bad on camera. Once I watch this back, I will see. But yeah, I hope that you guys liked this, and I hope that, you know, you guys can get to see me grow out of this new promotion I have. And I want to do better for myself going forward. I feel like I have gotten very off track the last few months. The heartbreak, to be very honest with you, just really threw me for a loop because it was not something I was expecting in the slightest. And like I said, it's still up in the air, and that's been so heavy on my mind that money and surviving has not been on my mind. So now that I don't want to say I'm in a better place with it, but I'm in a better place than I was with it, and my priorities are kind of coming together, if that makes sense. So I'm sorry that I feel like my mental health really deters me from this, but what can I say? I feel a lot and I go through things, okay? I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry, if that makes sense. But I hope to see you guys in my next one. I don't know when that will be. I'm thinking when I do another video, it's going to be more Etsy based and just showing you guys what products I'm working on. I'm also probably going to start filming when I make my flower boards that I make. I want to show you guys, please don't judge me, but I'm going to show you like super quick one that I've made. I'm just picking up my phone and going to show you. But I have this gigantic flower board that I need to put up on my wall. I'm just very scared to do it by myself. But yeah, I think I'm going to make some videos of me making those. Just let me know what you guys think. I would love to, oh, please ignore the bottom. It got destroyed when I was moving. But just let me know what you guys think. I would love to, you know, make some videos on how I do them and where I get my supplies and things like that. So, but thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one.